Hello family and welcome to Kami Ideas. In today's video, I want us to discuss everything concerning student nurses allowance. Before I go into the video, let me give you a brief history or the genesis of nursing, how it began with regards to the allowance and how it's going today. So first and foremost, we were told that in those days, the nurse-patient ratio was like the earth and the heavens. For instance, you could see like 100 patients was like one nurse in the facility, and the health system was like no, not. And many people do not have interest in pursuing this particular profession or career. And more especially our brothers, the male gender, had a perception that was for females alone. So people do not really have interest in going into nursing. And there were times that they had to persuade certain people, go to certain families and persuade them to take their career, even if they had to sponsor your everything, pay for your transportation from the house to the school and back. They would do that just to get more nurses in the system. And our principal even gave us a story of his life, that he went to nursing school without paying a dime. It was free, sponsored. And look at today, that some people are paying even huge amounts of money and they end up being denied admission on top of that. That was how it was for them to get more people into the system, into the nursing field. They decided to introduce the allowance thing. So they introduced the allowance to serve as a source of motivation for people to have interest in pursuing this particular career. So they had a structure for this allowance, how much each student should receive, when it should start and when it should end. And all these things were in place. So because of that, due to the introduction of the allowance, more and more people, as the years went by, developed interest in the profession, and then they were getting more nurses. There were now more nurses in the system, more nurses. At least when you go to school, your fees, you get allowance to cater for your needs, and then you are able to study with a sound mind. If your parents didn't have much financially, the allowance was supporting you to pay your fees, to buy your books, and also provide for yourself. That was it. And moreover, nursing was not taught at the university. It was only taught at the nursing training school. Nursing was not available at the university in those days. It was only at the nursing training school. Fast forward, the nursing system now received at least a substantial amount of workers, health workers were now many in the system. Today, we have so many nurses. There are so many nurses that even some are still at home without being posted. Nurses who have graduated at home without being posted, and they are demonstrating here and there. The allowance is kind of like hide and seek kind of a thing in these days. The allowance today is an issue. Some university students are also saying that they pay this, or they also pay fees, stay in the hostel. Why are they not giving them allowance, and only the nursing training colleges are being paid? And even now it has become like a political kind of a thing. It's like on and off. Others are saying you should be off, others are saying you should be on. And I, for instance, I never benefited for nursing allowance. And that is not to say that I'm saying they should cancel it for those who are enjoying it. No. If at the end of the day, the government can afford to pay the allowance and still take more people, so be it. We are all glad to go. But if it is becoming like a burden and they want to take it off, it has become like a political battle. That one, I can't say much about it. We have seniors who benefited from the allowance, and they will tell you how much they were paid each month. And some of them had like an accumulated amount over 10,000 cedis. Then over 10,000 cedis that could help in paying their fees and help with their upkeep and all. But the allowance structure is not like today, okay? And I think after the 2016 batch of nurses, the allowance was announced that it's cancelled. So our batch, 2017 batch, never benefited from any allowance. And then the 2018, it was reintroduced, and the structure, even though had changed, and it's not like in the days of old, it's not like our predecessors enjoyed, but the name, the allowance thing is what is the issue now. And when they try to cancel it, this there's a struggle here and a struggle there, and it's not hanging in there. No one wants to talk about it. Even now, if you have those who are in school, are you giving allowance? They be like, the allowance, no, it's been months, we've not received anything. And I asked them how much some of them, like, they are paid. They will tell you they were told they'll be giving them 400 cedis every month, and they don't even see it coming like they promised them. But then my question is, if allowance was introduced as a result of shortage of nurses or to get more nurses into the system, and now we have so many that people are in, others are in the house without jobs as professional nurses, then would the allowance still be necessary? And like I said earlier on, I'm not in any way trying to say that allowance should be cancelled. No, we are so many, and because of that, they can't accommodate everybody at a go. So after school, you have to sit at home to be posted in batches. And that's what is happening today. So at the university, they have something they call student loans, okay? So with regards to the student loans, you have to have a guarantor and all that. But I learned these days, those, I don't know how it is being handled now. And at certain universities, student allowance is like on merit basis. It's like for intelligent but needy students. That's, I was told by one university student that was for like intelligent but needy students. And that I asked whether would you apply for, would you just, when you get to the university, you apply for the student loan, or it was based on merit, or like the teachers will have to select those people they think that they deserve the allowance or the student loan thing. Okay, and I was told that it was based on merit. If you are performing in class but finding it difficult to pay your fees due to your background, you are selected to apply, or they put you on the student loan thing. And I asked whether would you be paying back. I was told no, but I don't want to go into that, like with regards to the student loans and things like that. Let me give you a story which is like a parable, and only the matured minds would understand. When I was in my national service, we were almost done with our service, and then we were not paid. Our national service pay was not coming. So we gathered and went to the administration, and we wrote a letter to the administration and went there in person together and told them our problems, that we're hungry, we're renting, coming to work just like any normal staff. We're running the same shift with other staff, and we were not paid, and we needed to pay bills, pay light bill, water bill, eat, feed ourselves, and pay rent. So because of that, they should consider giving us something at the end of the month to cater for at least some of our needs. And that hospital was very good, and I will testify to, from now till I died, that hospital was really, really good. And they considered our plea and then asked us to come for some token at the end of the month, and we're told we'll pay back when our monies are being paid, or when we finally receive our national service pay. Those who went for the token were asked not to pay back, and that was it. So right now, nursing is taught at the university. So many students are now in the system, so many nurses, and everybody still wants to receive alawa here and alawa there. And the nursing school, what I see is that they are benefiting from the fruit of their forefathers' labor. That's what they labored for, so we must keep on enjoying. So with right now, you can even say that alawa is not like alawa it used to be. It's a name. And because of the allowance, then there are people that still apply to nursing school because they want to go and enjoy alawa. And at the end of the day, you end up in nursing college and you see that it's not what you heard or you were told, and then you wish you hadn't applied at all. So please, if you are going to nursing school, just delete the alawa thing from your mind, because that alawa they are giving today cannot even pay your fees for a year or semester. It can't pay your fee, because before the allowance will come, you have handout to buy, you have so many things, and there are some students that maybe their school they still rent outside. You rent and pay rent, and you don't have hostels and all. There's a lot in nursing school. I won't lie to you. There's a lot in nursing school, and Don't deceive yourself because you've heard that they are taking allowance. Don't think it's some huge amount of money they are paying them. No. Okay, so that's all that is around the allowance and what is going on today. The allowance is not like they are giving them some huge amount of money. At least it helps. If they are still paying them, it helps. It might be helping them to buy their handout and things, but there shouldn't be a reason why you are going into the nursing profession. I hope you've learned something from this video. Stay blessed and then see you in the next video. Bye.